what they say. Actors look a lot different in person. As one of the only Decepticons with a spotlight in character, despite no one uttering his name in the film, Dropkick in the Bumblebee origin film acts as the muscle of the duo. Robot Jesse doesn't like Earth, but loves watching a human bubble wrap pop. In the film, Dropkick is a triple changer, going from a deep blue muscle car to a gray military helicopter. Instead of risking an overly engineered deluxe figure with so many hinges creating vastly different forms, Hasbro did the smart thing and separated it into two figures. This version of Dropkick transforms into a Super Cobra helicopter, and man, it's pretty well put together. Sure, there's gaps and such, but taking it all in with a pretty innovative transformation, it does a pretty decent job. Only thing I have trouble with is the tail that doesn't want to completely tab in. Not sure if it's something not fitting or something's misaligned. You could also see a number of joints and panel lines, but given how small, thin, and long this figure is, it's an accomplishment on its own. I love the molded detail, especially the intakes and little touches with the paint and the deeper blue, some of the tampos, and a pirate flag? Dropkick, are you the reason the rum's always gone? I love the bubbly cockpit, and then there's the hands I try to pretend aren't there. Blackout syndrome with the main propeller on a friction joint due to the transformation, but the back rotor spins freely. You can even shift the main one forward if you like. Machine guns fold away and plug under the wings using the 5mm port, and there's even an optional minigun at the front. You could also fold down the tail for pizza cutter mode. Not sure why you'd want that, but now I want a wasp repaint. Come to think of it, if TFCC was still around, a Spinister would do nicely. Oh, the missed opportunities. The rage on this guy is unbalanced, which would also describe the weight distribution. Seems like the rails are at the edge of teetering, but that's not a problem when you pick it up and go whoosh! While certainly not perfect, I love the chopper. It looks decent given how it's got an entire figure inside. Sure, a lot of the issues might sour the figure for anyone, but it can be pretty enjoyable. Robot mode. Dropkick in robot mode. Can we confirm that this is Dropkick? Because I can see it in the face. Is he wearing a mask? He's so thin, spindly, and missing some of the deeper blue highlights, while not completely devoid of it. I do think there's some reasons for it. Not saying this to forget the obvious flaws with the lack of chunk on this boy, but I'm more forgiving because I think a lot of it has to do with the alt mode. As creative and fun the transformation can be, the thin, blocky form with the gray color in the size restrains him from going full-on accurate. Combine this with the short time frame from concept to toy, and the figure suffers visually. However, playability is pretty good. If it was some other character like a movie Rotor Storm, this would be perfect. Actually, can we call this Rotor Storm? Problem solved, sluts! Not to say we don't see anything of Dropkick with that nice cockpit chest and propellers forming a blackout knockoff cape. Wait, let's actually bring out the other version of Dropkick. This is nothing like it! That head is so damn small, and I'm not sure if the silver goes well with it, but the sculpt work is really well done. Even though I don't see the Megatron in it, yeah, not sure what they mean, but it does have an angry snarl, and those beady eyes are terrifying. Did someone say, articulation? Ball jointed head, hinge joint, ball joint shoulders, rotation below, elbow bend, ball joint hips, rotation below, and knee bend. Posability is pretty good if you can get past some of the key issues. I've heard people broke the rotational joint, but if you hold close to the joint and slowly turn it, it should be alright. The kibble on the arms doesn't lock in, so it flops easily, but that just gives you easy access to the cut up your pizza mode. The propellers are also in a few joints to watch out for, as well as the rails on the legs, and these panels just do their own thing, but when you can actually get him into a pose, he looks damn good, especially with the joints in the legs. It is possible to cross his legs for him to sit back and meditate, but I don't think he's into it. Let's take a look at the accessories. He's got these rocket pods that can flip out to extend, although it's a little tricky. Not something he used in the film, but why start discussing accuracy at this point? Besides, I think he works with them, and at least he's not gonna pop some humans. What is that? Car lights in the knees? Oh, you little tease. You shifty scamp! He certainly doesn't look the part, but if you can get past that, he's actually not so bad. The transformation, for me at least, is fun, but I mostly admire how it works. I think what makes it work helps people look past the inaccuracy. Of course, the follow-up version looks more accurate to a version of this character. I'm not doubting it simply because I like this figure. I just think it's not hard to completely forget and enjoy this as a toy, because to me, it's enjoyable. But don't show him the movie Fanatic or I'll really throw a tantrum.